Hold on, friends. It's Terra My Love. I'm David, and this is the special at the pool edition. Here, pretty much it, Don. Using the ethereal tarot, illuminated deck. Let's see. I think the light's good. Just sun's just coming up, so I hope. Well, I won't even. God knows when I'll post this. I've got to do some other videos and then the upload. So you'll watch it. You're sleeping right now. I hope that's what I'm saying. Wants to be up. So it's crazy. So we'll start with Aries as usual for the 20th. Geez, already. Time is flying. Of May 2021. A year that will surely live in infamy here. I'm going to pull through the deck and do 4 cards like I did yesterday. Some kind of learning and growing like is normal, I think. And I think the 4 cards, my only concern, I just won't take too long for, but I think since I'm pulling through the deck, it goes quick, so it's kind of working. So, and you just get a little more for a quickie, Let's make the quickies good. Again, Aries, you and I. So, this is you. End around relationship. Oof, 4 swords. Healing. I always try to keep in mind, it is a daily reading, but in this, even it's 4 cards, this is still you. That's what we're talking about here. I have a sip of coffee. It is dawn. And so in relationships, in some way, you're in a process of healing. This doesn't always have to be like, you're brokenhearted and healing from broken heart. This can be, a relationship's healing and you're healing in the relationship or healing in the relationship. I never did understand quite exactly why. It's some kind of presumption that we can only heal outside of a relationship. Like you have to be the hermit in order to do the spiritual work. But okay, well you're coming out of that shit. This is Aries. This is you getting to be you. I'm a Sag. It's Sag getting to be a Sag. 8 of Wands. That's why Aries, Sag, your brother, sisters. Very similar energies. So this you letting loose. This you're not letting loose because this is part of healing. You're kind of inside and quiet and. I think you're just coming out. It shows you coming out of this energy because here, this is like the challenge, and you want to come out of this stuff, man. It's like you're being, you got to heal, but at some point, I remember when I've been in adult children of alcoholics my whole life, 12-step program for, kids that grew up in screwed up homes, basically. It didn't really have to do with alcoholism, but I got the feeling like some people were just so into the healing, like on the process, that I would ask sometimes, like, at some point, do we get to just live? I mean, as you're in this program for 5 years, and some of them are kind of old, right? And I'm like, I think like that. It's like your challenge is like you're realizing maybe like this is no way to live. Um, you don't want to always be healing. You want to have some kind of life. And this is what you boy. This is your advice from Spirit, the 9 of Pentacles. That's how the life. That's be strong, be you, be self-contained, be happy. The happy bachelor. It's literally like the happy bachelor. So maybe you're single. Um, Now it doesn't mean you don't have a relationship. Again, like I don't know why you can't heal if you're not alone. I don't know why you can't be happy and not really a bachelor, but you can do you and be self-contained and be yourself and still be in a good relationship, I think. Let's see where this is going. Wow. The 9 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. Okay. I think this is about you. This is like just straight up about you, Aries. Now you can read another person in there if you want. I think that would be more the 9 of Cups, so a water sign person. That would really be in the same energy, okay, as you. But then there is the mirror, so that's what we're always doing. We're always working with our mirror, really. We're always kissing ourselves in the mirror, no matter how good they look and how different they look. We're kissing ourselves in the mirror. So this is really being totally so like to heal and to get out of this energy that you want to get out of. It sucks, that's what your challenge is. Let's get out of this energy. You really just got to do you. You hear that all the time, but the promise here is like, man, the minute that you stop worrying about whatever it is and just like whatever it is, brush your teeth, comb your hair, go out, take care, do your help, self-care. Just do something fun, do something that you love. That's the biggest thing. This is someone that wakes up in the morning, 9 of cups, and just does what they love. It's very simple. Whatever it is they love, a 9 of cups, that's what they do, and that's why they're emotionally self-fulfilled. That's where you're heading, man. Get out of that Four Swords stuff. Thank you, Aries. Taurus, 20th here of May. Here we go. This is your morning quickie. The Emperor. Showing strong. This is you. How you're doing in and around relationships and love. Okay. And I still see this as you. I'm doing a little 4-card draw pull now, and this is going to be your challenge. Wow. I'm laughing because who are you, Napoleon? It's like you're Napoleon, and your challenge is conquer the world. Really, that's kind of like that energy. Uh, Seriously though, I think what this means is, and the Emperor's to me it's a fixed energy. It's Aries, but um, like the Taurus energy of just digging in your heels, and I think this is where you're at in terms of relationships, and your challenge is. We'll see what's going, but I got a feeling let's jump ahead of the cards. We'll see. I'm a Sagittarius. I can adjust as I go, but I bet this is something about like you're right there at the world, but like maybe you're being stubborn about something. We keep it kind of simple. You're being really stubborn about something, and just not letting something go, and that's kind of keeping you. If you could just that one thing, you'd be right there, and you'd have it all. Hmm? Wow, what is that one thing? Well, your challenge and your suggestion, advice from spirit in the situation is justice, Major Kana, and you come in Major Kana. So I know this is a quick reading, but 3 out of 4, we're not done yet. It implies that there's something going on here. So I think it's like I said, and justice maybe, believer person, but um, uh, this is about balance in relationships. Yes, 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 yes. So this is a big thing. So a big thing in your life. I'm just going to tell you, Taurus. I hope this is helpful because I usually don't get this kind of hit. Okay. So, really, there's something you got to let go of. You're being stubborn about it. I think if you look back, whatever this is going to been a jag in a lot of different relationships or multiple, right? And like if you do that, this is a relationship reading, so I think the world is kind of like you level up and you really get the love that you want, exactly like you want. Emperor, exactly like you want. I mean, you don't always get exactly like you want. If you're lucky, you get close, right? Maybe you're lucky. So you might get exactly what you want, and it's just a matter of justice. And I think it's balance. It's with you. It's maybe you have to give a little more in some way. You have to give up, yield, be a little soft, Emperor, a little bit. And actually, by doing that, you put yourself into this energy. And the way that is going to be yielding to your partner in some way, giving something, giving in something, being vulnerable about something around, relationships or your partner. Again, you'd see this in past relationships. I got a feeling, and you're just resisting this. So yeah, you're digging in your heels and you're resisting this. That's the outcome. 5 of Wands, and you're really taking action. So it might involve taking some kind of actions too. I don't know. It gets so weird sometimes. It could be you know, uh, they wanna. I'm in Mexico. They want to snowbird in the winter and go live somewhere in a tropical climate, and you don't. Or they are ready to move out of the old big house, or the kids are out of the house and they're ready to go live in a condo on the lake, and you don't. Well, you got to give in on something. It might be kind of big, but it's going to bring you the world because it's going to remove this conflict. And that's kind of like if you look at your life, think about it. This is whoever this is speaking to you. Your life's kind of okay except for this one jag. So like, just like let it go. Gemini, thank you for joining us. This is the reading for the 20th. Can you believe it? This is you in and around relationships. Ace of Cups. Ace in it. I like it. This is your energy. Where you're at. You're all about love, man. Love is in the air. Dun, 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 dun. That's for sure. That's how we're starting this. Six of Pentacles. It's your challenge. What's challenging? Ah, just a couple things. Really, it's about balance. And with Pentacles, it's pretty serious. So it's a pretty serious challenge. A little bit of slap in the face. The Ace of Cups. Ace goes, "Oh, I love you," and it was like, "What about this?" And it's like you don't want to hear that when you're like going, "I love you." Now, this is your advice. You're going to have to fight here. So I think it's saying, now this is advice, so I really don't see the Nine of Wands. Sometimes we do have to make an effort, you know. So you got this Ace of Cups, you're all in, you're in love. Standing in your way is some kind of issue around staying balanced. This too could be like maybe that you could feel like they're too good for you. I would say that you feel like they're too good for you because now your advice is the Nine of Wands, as if you have to do something. And you know, we shouldn't have to level up or anything, but I think it's like really you need to put energy into this whole issue, whatever's going on here, which is very practical and down to earth and real, have to do with the blood and guts and bones of an actual relationship, you know, as opposed to the swoon and flush of love and hormones, you know. Yeah, and the outcome is the devil because I don't see that the outcome is necessarily going to be bad because this is the point of watching readings. You're watching this reading and you're seeing this, and you know, this is going to be like ending up with possibly. This is why you got to be careful with the Six of Pentacles. Otherwise, you end up in a toxic relationship, um, you know, which could emphasize things like jealousy and control issues. You know, all kind of codependence, bad things. But you don't have to because you got free will. Cool. Geminis, thank you guys. Cancers, thank you for joining me. Doing the morning quickies, pulling through the deck here. It's the 20th of May now. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. The sun's just starting to come up. Doing poolside edition. So, give me a like. Thank you guys. Thank everybody for subscribing. I think we're hitting 500 today. Woot woot. Six of Swords, this is you. Where you're at, in and around relationships, where your mind and heart is at. You're moving away, moving away. That's like clear. If not physically, and very often it's funny, now this is physically, it's mentally, you know, is really what's about with the swords. Can be very good energy actually to have in this place, particularly if it's mental and you're moving away from some old thought pattern, negativity, some toxic person, some bad anything didn't serve you, you could be moving away from that, you know. Wow, your challenge is the Tower, so you're moving away because of a Tower event, you know. You know, I see the Six of Swords here. I gotta tell you, so it makes this kind of a little bit important if you resonate with this. And what I would say in resonating is kind of like, you know, something is imminently, you know, the tower's about to imminently to fall. Sometimes you do. The tower's not always a mystery. You know, there's rumors, and you know, and you've been telling your family, you know, probably going to close the factory next month, you know, and then it actually falls. So, but in some way, you'd know, you sense it, you know, with swords. You may have heard something, you know, mentally too. You could just picked up something, thought it out, you know, reasoned it out, and you're already in the mindset of you kind of want to get away from that, you know, before it even falls. Wow. And you know, now this is your advice from Spirit, so this is interesting advice. I think that you kind of know, you know the tower's going to fall, so you have to kind of have, if you don't believe yet, maybe go ahead and trust it. You must have a pretty good intuitive sense of who you're connecting with and how it's going, you know. So it's now saying, you know, you can't just move away from this. You're going to kind of have to duke it out with them. So I don't really right now. We'll see what the outcome. I think it's like duke it out with them so you can work it out. I'm like thinking like there's some closure stuff, and maybe you just gotta let them. You know, maybe all of this maybe had to do with not confronting, not, you know, maybe avoidance, sweeping things under the rug in the relationship, and then ultimately it ends up ending. And maybe if you'd have dealt with it, you know. Yeah, I think this is going to be very hard for you. I think that's what it is. You've had a hard time really communicating and being open, and like you may have like known things, you know, but like somehow you guys couldn't even talk about it. I mean, I mean, something super obvious. You might could know they're talking to someone and having an emotional affair, or but you just let it go and don't want to talk about it. You are having really bad feelings, but you don't really want to bring it up because you know it'll trigger them, and it'll be a big fight, and then usually that's when the tower brings that all down. But you need to deal with it, because it's probably like another pattern and stuff. And you're just going to have to use everything you got. And here it's like relying on your friends, and this is your cups and using all of your resources that you might have. You may need to physically move away. You might take money, out of the bank or whatever. Using all of your resources, taking action here. And really, action's going to have to be taken because they're all in thoughts, but that's going to be the first thing because you're going to now tell them how you really feel about it all and da 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 and get everything out in the open. It's going to be a fight, I think. And then in that way you can move away from it, completely move away. So that because really with the Six Swords, the big problem is you take your problems with you. That's a big problem. Six Swords, a classic interpretation. So all of that is about this is so you don't take the problems with you. You sever the problems and leave them back here in the rubble of this past relationship, and you move on, Cancers, into a beautiful new day. I mean, it's 21st century. Crazy, isn't it? Leos, thank you for joining me. It's the 20th here, around May 2021. The motorcycle pass. Doing your morning quickies here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Leo, and this is you. 20th of May, Ten of Swords energy. So you've had it. You're done. Good thing about Ten of Swords is kind of over. It's like, that's when you really say in your mind it's over. And wow. So, challenging you. Ten of Pentacles. Now, the Ten of Pentacles is wonderful, kind of. Uh, but next to the Ten of Swords, and this is your advice. This is important. I'll change your reading a little bit. Throw in advice. I mean, this is your challenge. I'm sorry, position. So we're going to get advice and then the outcome. We'll get a lot more out of it. But right here, I think like you're done. Um, but because this is in your challenge position, you don't have the coins to walk away. And sometimes with coins, it could be a real inner strength. It can point to that. Um, you might be stuck in this Ten of Swords energy. The 10 matching 10, yeah, I think is what they're saying. Or as a challenge, the challenge is don't get stuck. Let's go there because that's more positive. Thinking. Having coffee helps me think. It's like Popeye and spaghetti. So, yeah, so the advice is then don't get stuck, in that Ten of Swords energy. Ten is supposed to be done. And, advice from Spirit, I'm going to say again, don't get stuck in your Ten of Swords energy. And that's Eight of Swords, because Eight of Swords, now you're stuck. I was saying, boy, at least you're done. At least you're done. And so that's the good thing. Focus on that you're done. Don't stay there in that energy. Be done. Say, God damn it, I've had it with this. I can't do this anymore. I can't take it anymore. I had it. Because this is kind of like not doing that. This is kind of doing nothing, just being miserable, and it's terrible. I hate these swords. The worst card. But it's part of life. We all go through it. But, definitely don't want to sit it any longer if possible. That's coming from a Sagittarius, okay? I don't like to sit in anything too long. And Wheel of Fortune. This is very auspicious here. So maybe, I'm gonna, I don't want to be, I don't want to be an egotist, but this could be this very reading right here. If this is resonating with you and things are popping, the Wheel of Fortune turns in your favor. It's always said. I think, I have no reason not to believe I've seen it. Um, I think the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. It's positive. It's optimism. It's expansion. So that's why I say it turns. Jupiter usually, as an astrologer, I'm strong Jupiter, but it's a benefic giant, and it's generally brings positive, expansive energy to things. Bad things is get fat. But no, I'm not saying you're going to get fat. Let's not negate that. That wasn't what I was saying. But Wheel of Fortune. I think you have a good outcome here. And it's going to turn in your favor because you are going to choose not to remain in this Ten of Swords energy here. You're not going to just stay in it. You're going to figure it out. I have a feeling you might not have a lot of resources here to work with. But figure it out. Look to your friends. Pull out all the stops, guys. Thank you. Virgos. my favorite sign. Thank you for joining us here. Coming in as the Fool. I love it. That's a great way to start anything, right? That's how you're supposed to do it. Zero, major kana, the Fool's Journey, life itself, being born. What was that Dylan song? If you ain't busy being born, you're busy dying. That's the Fool. You gotta throw that into an official interpretation. I like that for the Fool. If you ain't busy being born, you're busy dying. That's maybe the highest vibe of the Fool right there. So it's like wanting to go for it, not having fear, not having second thoughts in terms of love and relationship here. You almost, in this kind of energy, you're going to have someone on your mind, here. Now, this is your challenge in the relationship, which is the Page of Swords here. Um, I'm not seeing a lot of the other people in the readings today, Virgo, but this looks like a person here to me. Um, the Page of Swords, and classically court cards are supposed to be, but it's in your challenge position. So, and I don't typically like to focus on other people as like a problem, because I like to look at it as my problem, and you really are losing control when other people are the problem. Because when you're the Fool, you want to go now. So this is someone in your life when you're in the Fool energy, you're like, I want to do this, I want to do that, and you're excited, and there's always, yeah, but there's no money, or yeah, but blah blah blah. There's always somebody like that. I think that's what that is, kind of raining on your parade. And that's why a lot of times we don't do shit, because we listen to all the people. We tell people, then they go, man, that's dumb. I don't know where you got that idea. I remember at one point saying to someone many years ago, Starbucks, a whole store that just sells coffee. That's ridiculous. No company could ever survive just selling coffee only. I literally said that. And so imagine if Starbucks had listened to me and said, yeah, Dave's right. Fuck it, we're not going to do this. This is stupid. But judgment, okay? This is your advice from Spirit. So it really goes well here with the Fool. So this is really, literally like judgment is that thing pulling at you that you've always wanted to do. I think you're doing it, Virgo. I think they're doing it. And your advice from Spirit is almost like encouragement, too, is realize this is about something deep inside you that's pulling at you, calling you. You're being called out to do something. And you're just going to roll over this person, this speed bump, this complaint, whatever difficulty. It could also even be, possibly, little laws and regulations or something, if it involves any kind of business or something, or even COVID or travel, something like that. It's something, trying to bring you down and stop you. And you're being advised here, align yourself with your highest purpose and realize that, you're on your soul's journey here, and 6 of Wands, and you will be rewarded. I mean, and it's like, I don't know, it's if you're trying to manifest, if you want to take a chance, if it's love, it's like it's going to end so well. It's like uh, you're gonna jump off the cliff, and I don't know, a giant bird's gonna sweep by underneath of you and sweep you away. I don't know how this works. I don't get these romantic things to your lover. Really, I like that one. Virgo. Thank you guys. Libra, 20th of May. Thanks for joining me here for the Morning Quickies. Just a moment. Poolside edition here. And we're going to look at you, where you're at in terms of love and relationships, and that's kind of like you've had enough. Well, if you haven't had enough, you've definitely done everything you can do. So you usually see this card. This is your reading. At some point in the recent past, you've actually had a clear thought, or you've actually said, I've done all I can do. I've done all I can do. Let's see. It's your advice from Spirit. I mean, this is your challenge. Spirit's trying to help you when they should reveal your challenge here. This is not meant to cause you a challenge. It's trying to show you what is the challenge here that's going on. And in this case, your 10 of Wands energy in around relationships and love, you're feeling like yeah. Um, this could be your person here. Maybe that's your challenge, this fire sign. And could be a Leo, because you see that in this deck, the illuminated tarot here, you see the lions there next to his throne, or I guess they're part of his throne now. and so very fiery. One, you know, boy, salamander, protected. So the fact that this is in the challenge, you know what I'm going to go with here? This really could be a person who's, I want to use the word narcissist. I kind of hate the fact that it's like pop, psych, it's narcissist that. But this is kind of weird because the fact that they feel so protected and they're so confident, though, they're in the challenge. This is why I'm saying this. They're in a challenge position. And it's what's making you feel like, I can't do it anymore. I can't, done all I can do. Because you've tried and tried and tried. It's like never enough. And almost like they stand up there and be like, no, that's not good enough. Try again. No, 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 no. Oh my God, you're not even close. That's terrible. Stop it. You're embarrassing yourself. Do more. Yeah, it's not good. Yeah. And this is your advice from Spirit. Now, I think as advice from Spirit, it's kind of two things. There's that classic interpretation that you got to remind yourself there's two upright cups behind you here. Um, there's other interpretations. You've got this castle in the background. You're out here by yourself, isolated and crying. And This is because this is advice from Spirit now to try to help you. It's basically to let down this burden. Accept that you've done enough. You can't do anymore. And really, I think this is kind of like accept that it's over. Or feel your feelings, really feel your feelings. And at this point, you might ask, you know, friends for help. That's maybe what the two cups are here. They always talk about. Doesn't necessarily have to mean, oh, there's other lovers. I mean, you're heartbroken here. You're not going to go. You're not the fucking narcissist. You're not going to immediately go now fall on someone. You're like, okay, I'm heartbroken. I got to deal with this, and you don't necessarily have to do it alone. What the Spirit's trying to say there, the King of Cups. And I think now I got to be prejudiced. This is my favorite king of all decks. You best lead this one. This is the Jim Morrison King of Cups. I think this is where you're heading with this. And I said, like, you may have friends helping you. Now look at how cool this person is. So they're also strong and also a king, also a capable person, mature person, adult, father, mother, someone that can take care of things, handle business. But now they're more emotional. This King of Cups, and they're more easy. This one here was rigid and hard. This King of Wands that did this to you. Now the King of Cups is going to be yielding and accepting and loving and emotionally available. Really, that's a big thing. Emotionally available and emotionally intelligent and open. And so really beautiful. And I think it's going to be someone involved that steps in when you sort of say to people that I'm really hurting. I need a little help. And somehow this is this person stepping in. It's maybe, not a lover at first. And it may not be a lover, I don't know at all, but I don't really feel one way or another. But it's nice. Libra, they're going to be the one that's really there for you. Thank you, guys. Scorpio, here you are in love and relationships. This is May 20th morning quickie. Where your heart and mind is at. 301s, you're looking. So this is you joining a dating site. Really, honestly, I say this is my dating site card. What is it with dating sites? It's like I read that something like 80% of new relationships start like from some kind of dating forum online. Which is weird in itself. But even if it's not true and it's 60, I mean, it's still a lot. But nobody ever talks about it. But you're looking. Whether you're on dater site or not, you're in that energy and around relationships of looking. And this is in your challenge position now. This is what is crossing you, what the problem is here. Okay, so you're off looking. What is the problem with the looking? What is your challenge? And this deck really emphasizes collaboration more than the work aspect of this, but it's work. So I think like it's speaking about some kind of challenge around finding someone that collaborates with you. So like maybe you're someone that's really looking for a partner. I don't know. It comes to mind intuitively. Like if we're on a dating site, um, really emphasize that part and say like I'm not a fuck boy. I'm not a party girl. I'm a really serious business person, or But I want like a real love and a marriage and something serious and someone that builds a life. I want someone to build a life with me, and then you and literally draw like I mean with a dating site because it's like manifestation on electronics. It's like you literally can manifest, but you see people get on there and put the stupidest things. It's like God, this is your chance to find true love. And what you're talking about is the fucking Michelob challenge you went to or something. I don't know. I don't get it. But keep that in mind, right? But anyway, put that energy out into the world that's what you want. Look at this. The Three of Pentacles or the Eight of Pentacles is the two working cards in the tarot deck. And they're all positive and about good work and being solid and being honest and being uh, sincere and putting sincere effort. Now, here, this is advice from Spirit, not challenge. So it's like it's really doubling down, emphasizing here that's going to take this work. You're going to focus on work. Um, there's a lot of focus on work. It could even be that, I don't know, whatever it is, Scorpio, that you do for a living, this might be where you're going to find your person. You're looking. It's, yeah. In terms of manifestation, clearly put that out there if this is resonating with you. And I'm just going to be straight up. This means your person's a Virgo. This is your reading. This is Earth. This is Virgo's Earth. It's all pointing towards Earth. Um, you know, so I think that's what you're dealing with, and they're looking right at you at the reading. And I'll tell you another thing: they're going to be a Virgo, or they're going to have strong Virgo placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Okay, tell you. Then talk to me. Leave me a message. It's not true. And they're going to be a Virgo person, and they're going to be somewhat like isolated, and you're going to come into their life, and they're in a somewhat isolated position. And there's your person, Scorpio, Sagittarius. Thank you guys for joining me. The 20th of May, the Morning Quickies, a special by the pool edition here. Very beautiful morning, just after dawn. Okay, Saggies, we adjusted the read a little bit. I'll show you as we go along. You come in still as the High Priestess. This is your energy in and around relationships, where your mind is at, where your heart is at. On the 20th of May, this is Saggies channeling your more receptive side, divine feminine side, male or female, that doesn't matter. Um, Feeling in terms of love and relationships, that you're in sync with your intuition, with your interior self here. It's introspective energy, and classically for Sag, we're supposed to be an extroverted sign. I'm not. I mean, a nocturnal chart, everything's in the fourth house, Cancer moon. So even though I have four planets in Sag, it's probably like a really great energy for Sag to be in because it would balance out us, our outgoing, which is fires a strongly projective male energy. Here, this is receptive. So someone that's kind of balanced and being receptive. Now this is in your challenge position here. What's crossing you, Sag? The Ace of Wands, which in and of itself is a beautiful card, and it is a phallus. So that's what's challenging you. If you want to put it in the most literal term, there's a phallus in the way here. So it speaks to passion. It speaks to moving too fast. You know, this could almost be also like spirits telling you, like, boy, keep this energy, because with this energy is the complete opposite of this. So I don't see you doing this. So it's almost like confirming, like you're doing the right thing, because this is not the time to be rushing in, penis first, as it were. I'm talking metaphorically, male, female, uh, into anything, right? Now, this is your advice from Spirit. I got a feeling readings have gone pretty good, and we're all the way up to Sag, the ninth house. It hasn't really been negative, but I got a bad feeling here. When I see the Ace of Wands and then the Seven of Swords, this is your problem here. This is your challenge. This is your advice. Now, Spirit does not advise you to cheat and lie. It could advise you to think strategically, and when it advises you to think strategically, it's probably because there's some hanky-panky going on that you're not picking up on. Now, this might be why you're in the High Priestess energy, Sag, because, like, without even thinking about it or something, like you know something's not wrong. It's nothing come out. It's nothing obvious. And Sag is usually not big on details. We don't sweat the little shit. We roll, man. That's a good thing. But when something keeps like we know something's wrong too, then we kind of slow down and we start like trying to feel our way forward a little bit, because I think Spirit's trying to tell you, yes, there's some hanky panky going on, and that means you need to counter that by thinking about things a little strategically. Stop and think about. Um, you know what I mean? All those terrible things you think about when you kind of know Seven of Wands. And in the future, and I'm not saying it's going to end, Sag, but you're going to set a strong boundary with your person here. And there's going to be a fight, and you're going to win. You know why? Because Seven of Wands is a really positive energy. And it's taking action, and it's defending your castle. It's righteous defense of the castle. So you're going to righteously defend yourself, and either you're going to set this situation straight, you're going to take control of it, or you're going to move on from it. But you will decide, you will prevail, and you will have to take action now, because Sag, I'm sorry guys. I really have Capricorns. Thank you. It's the 20th of May for joining me here for the Morning Quickies at the Pool Edition. Two of Wands, okay, and this deck, it's a kind of introspective Two of Wands, and most of them, it's you've got the path out in front of you, and you're deciding, and you're usually a Two of Wands, pretty positive. Remember their actions, Two of Wands, it just like the morning, and it looks like you're getting ready to go out on a hike. I mean, as Sagittarius, that was my whole life, until I got kind of crippled up, but, you know, this one here is more contemplative, because he's way up in the tower, and it's like, he's a few steps away from actually doing something. So I think it's really capturing in and around relationships. You're in some sense of like you're a few steps away from having to take action, and you kind of know you have to take action, and it could involve a choice. It definitely can be a choice in direction. So sometimes with this, it's not a choice of lover A or lover B. It's a choice of, should I go with lover A? Should I fall in love with lover A? Should I tell them I love them? That kind of thing. Should I move in with them? That's your Two of Wands choice here. Now, this is what's challenging you. Wow. Four of Wands. So what is challenging you? Literally, what does this card mean? It means the building of, because it's, again, Wands, it's a process, it's an action, the building of a strong, long-term, committed relationship or marriage. That's literally what that is. So, and that is the challenge. That's what's coming between you and the choice you want to make here, Capricorn. Now, wow. So this is advice from Spirit. Okay, this is comes kind of suddenly an important reading. We'll see what the outcome is here. So you have this choice. Exactly like I said, it's not a choice between two people. It's a choice. Should I take action on this love interest that you have? I think they're in a marriage, or I think there's a marriage standing in the way. Either you are or they are, a long-term committed relationship, okay? But this is advice from Spirit. Yes, you should do it. You're going to have, this is complete happiness to have, total emotional fulfillment. And the way I say that confidently, this is advice from Spirit. I read the cards, I trust Spirit, I trust the spread. And this is advice from Spirit. And advice from Spirit's not going to tell you that you're going to get your Ten of Cups if you're not going to get your Ten of Cups. Back me up, Spirit. Back me up. With an Empress, a Taurus, or a person has a strong Venus in their chart, Libra, Taurus energy in their sun, their rising, their moon, or their Venus energy here, this Empress. So, yeah, this is like, no wonder you want to go for it. Now, I'll leave that as it may with what's in between here. And I don't want to advocate breaking up marriages or anything, but this is what the cards say, and it happens all the time. So, always, I should say, always in the greater good. In the name of love and light, we ask Spirit to give us advice here in the greatest good. Here, always the greatest good. So we won't want to cause harm, huh? And karma. Thank you, Capricorn. Aquarius, this is you today, the 20th of May. Your energy in and around relationships, where your mind and heart is at today. And that is the energy of the Nine of Swords. And a good thing about it is, tortured as it is, to me, the Nine of Swords, you're actively dealing with your feelings. Maybe, whatever you want to say, it's not fun. You can say you're too much dealing with it. Maybe you can listen to this and say, boy am I. But is way better than the Eight of Swords. You're, at least there's some movement, and you're trying to resolve things. You're dealing with things, and it may take being up all night feeling tortured to get there. Because look, this is what's challenging you. Someone's like, when you have the Nine of Swords and now the iconic card that says Tarot. And I'm sorry, guys, but Aquarius, if this is your reading, you just got hammered. So somebody broke up with you, you found out there was an affair, something like that. Could be like found out it was an affair, but you see how tortured this is. In this deck, it's a particularly tortured Nine of Swords, Not only up with your late, you can't sleep, you've got these freaking ghosts here laughing at you and stuff. It's not good. So that's, to me, this is like a card of like you're sitting there going, how could I not see it? Oh my God. I kind of like almost maybe about you, like, but also about them. Oh my God, now I realize when they did this, they were really cheating, and oh my God, and da da da, and just kind of really kind of hating yourself and just feeling awful, awful. Now this is your advice from spirits. I think this is important because it's a pentacle, so, but it's a page of pentacles, so this could be you're getting help from an earth sign, maybe a younger person, could be a Taurus or a Virgo or Capricorn person. It's kind of contemplative. So also I think it's kind of you just being advised to try to get yourself, like take a small step of something solid to get yourself kind of up and out of bed and move it in the right direction. That's all that is, a page of pentacles, and it's a communication. It could be a solid thing to really solidly reach out to a best friend. I don't think this is about a lover, and for support, because a pentacle, someone could really give support. Now, this could be in the manner of like they could actually go out with you, come over and stay with you, maybe for the weekend, or you go stay with them, or something like this, in some way that someone's going to really be there for you. And it's also saying that why I do relationship readings. All relationships are the soul's growth, so the soul's journey. So, this is how we grow and learn and stuff, is through interacting with other people. And so, by you doing this, it's actually you taking action, you uh, having that energy of, trying to get a start, get grounded, But I think this person, whoever it is going to be there and be more than happy to help you with it in the Page of Cups. But they're not your person. There's another person in the future. I don't see this right away, but I do see them facing very much to the reading. And look at them really holding out that cup. They're really sticking it out there. So again, kind of a younger person. I see them kind of in the background of this reading, and you may have a group of friends, I think, and there's going to be a water sign, there, and it's going to be Scorpio or Pisces, a Cancer person, um, probably, and they're already in love with you. This person, they're already in love with you, and they're kind of waiting, I think, waiting, and these two may be in contact, whoever this Pentacles is, and like this one, the Earth one might be saying to the Water one, not yet, not yet. I know. And they kind of, even not in a bad way. Even they might. This one I think is kind of protective. That Earth energy might be a Virgo, and this one, the fact that they're holding back, they're probably not a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. And this one's telling them she's not ready yet. He's not ready yet, just yet. Hold back, And this one's like, okay, okay. But it's like they just want to come in with their cup, and give it to you, okay? So, wow, Aquarius, energetic reading, but you guys are going through a lot. I'm sorry. Thank you, guys, whoever that was for. Pisces, always last, never least. Here we go. This is you in around relationships and where your mind is at and where your heart is at. Hold on just a minute. Um, Fooled myself. We don't want to pull from the bottom of the deck. Okay, there we go. Because that's you. It's very good then. Ace of Swords. Where your mind and heart is at, in and around relationships. And Ace of Swords, great energy to have. It can be in this position that you have a question or you want to make a statement. Can be, demand. Can also be an ultimatum. Oftentimes it's a statement that, and it can be the statement of I'm all in, similar to like the Ace of Cups here. Something that's said verbally, an Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Now this would be fantastic in so many different positions, coming with the Ace of Swords, but coming here in the position of what is crossing you, and what is your challenge in this relationship here. This is not good. It's like you're saying to someone, I'm all in, or I love you, or I want you, and they're just saying, it's weird because it's like they're not really saying no, but maybe they're just saying, oh, thank you. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, like that. Um, let's see here. This is, oh, wow. Now, keep in mind, now, this is your advice. Why this really works. Uh, this is your advice from Spirit now, is to walk away from this. Let's see what the outcome is. But that's really clear. Because also, well, you're both being honest. With the Ace of Swords, you're being honest and open, and you're just coming in and saying, boom. And this person, it might be an earth sign person you're dealing with here, Pisces. They're just not interested in, it's almost like your sword is going to glance off of them and move on to something else. And that's what Spirit is saying, and emotionally, just move away from this. And towards a Sagittarius, I think this is your person here, and it's going to be a little bit of time. Um, the Temperance card. So Temperance is, just think of the word. So someone's going to come into your life that has some maturity, as if they've been tempered. They're like the metal of a steel blade is tempered by the fire over time, and that's what makes it the hardest it can be, and makes it ready to go. So a person that's ready, maybe this person really wasn't ready. They were kind of doing them. They were kind of like, yeah, I said something to you that I'm really not. Maybe you thought, well, it's like they're just really not in love with me. Maybe they're not, but maybe they aren't ready. Maybe they're mature. This ace is, this person will be there, and very much going to be a Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus Sagittarius person. Coming Pisces. Thank you guys for joining me on a beautiful 20th of May quickie read. Give me a like. Appreciate everybody joining. We hit 500. Whoop whoop. Want to get to 1,000 and go live with this. This will be so much more fun live. Trust me. I don't know. I'll get clowns.